Hello students, welcome back to Science 2 lecture. Today we are going to see the third part of the chapter number 5 towards green energy. In this particular lecture we are going to learn the topics of hydroelectric energy, energy obtained through windmills, or you can say wind energy, and electric generation using solar energy. So after watching this lecture you will gain the knowledge of various energy sources and also about the process of how electricity is generated through hydroelectric, wind and solar energy. Before starting today's topic, let's do a quick recap that what problems do we face for nuclear power plant. In our last lecture, we studied about energy generation through thermal power plant and nuclear power plant. So what are the problems faced by energy generation through nuclear power plant? See, the products after the fission of nuclear fuel are radioactive, right? For generating electricity through nuclear fuel, these elements are very radioactive and they emit harmful radiations. Okay, so these byproducts are also called as nuclear waste. Right now, to dispose this nuclear waste is a big challenge for the scientists. Wherever nuclear power plants are being over there, to dispose this type of nuclear waste is a big challenge. So this is one of the problem, and if any accident occurs in that nuclear power plant, it will cause very harmful the accident will be very hazardous and it will cause a lot of release of harmful radiation. Now children, there was an accident which was reported in Japan in the year 2011. So over there, a place called as a nuclear power plant was named as Fukushima Daiichi Power Plant. Okay, the name was Fukushima Daiichi Power Plant. So over there, the accident took place because of an earthquake. Okay, there was an earthquake, and because of that, the radiator of this nuclear power plant, the nuclear reactor over where nuclear fission used to take place, that got burst, and because of that, a big blast was there, and it was very hazardous. Lots of people, lost their lives because of that. Another incident which was reported in Chernobyl, that's in Russia. So in Chernobyl in the year 1986, that is in Ukraine. Okay, so over there also there was a big blast with the roof of the containment building. The containment building over there, the roof was the roof was damaged. It leaded to blast, and the whole building was destroyed because of that. So and also because of the blast, uranium fuel which was being used as a nuclear fuel got exposed, and the radiation of this reached up to the Europe. So you can imagine the cause and damage it has taken. It created, like Chernobyl is in Russia, and because of the exposure of uranium nuclear fuel, the radiations were reached up till Europe. Okay, so it is said that almost 1 lakh people died because of this, as they came in contact with the radiation. All right, so these are these were the incidents which were reported because of the nuclear power plant. All right, now how electricity can be, like, till now we have studied that electricity is generated by using fuels such as coal in thermal power plant, then natural gas, which leads to emission of certain gases, right? Even though we are using natural gas in the natural power plant, it leads to certain emission of gases which ultimately results in pollution. Okay, another thing, if we will see about nuclear power plant, so the nuclear fuel is harmful to the environment, as I said. So it means energy generation from fossil fuels or nuclear fuels are not eco-friendly, right? till now whatever electricity generation we have studied, these are not eco-friendly ways, right? So what can be the eco-friendly way? So eco-friendly, if you want to generate electricity through eco-friendly way, one of the way is using hydroelectric energy. Hydro is what? Hydro means water. Okay, so what electricity generated using water. Alright, so kinetic energy is flowing in water, air, and potential energy in water reservoir, right? Now what is a water reservoir? It can be a dam, right? So in dam, the energy which has been the water which has been stored, it has potential energy since it is in a stored form, okay? And kinetic energy is in flowing water. So in hydroelectric power plant, the potential energy in water stored in dams is converted into kinetic energy of water. So whatever water is stored in the dams which has the potential energy, it is converted into kinetic energy. Alright. Now what happens? Fast flowing water is brought from the dams to the turbine at the bottom of the dam. Now you can see in this picture that this is a reservoir, okay? We have dam over here. So the water which is stored in the dam, in the reservoir, has potential energy. Alright. Now this potential energy of water is converted into kinetic energy. So how it will be converted? So the water which is stored is run out into fast flowing type. Okay. They release the water in a fast pressure, and this leads to a turbine is being placed at the bottom of the dam. So this water, the kinetic energy of the flowing water, drives the turbine, right? You remember the turbine have blades on it. So when the water is been pushed onto the blades, the turbine rotates, right? So the turbine rotates, and this in turn drives the generator of the generator to generate electricity. So with this we have with using this technique, water is used to generate electricity, right? So it is very simple process. The water which is stored in dam, it is been run out, and water's energy is converted into kinetic energy. The water is being pushed on the blades of turbine, which in turn rotates the turbine, and this leads to the generation of electricity in the generator. Then through the powerhouses, everyone is being supplied with electricity through the power lines. Alright. So if we will talk about a block diagram, if you want to show a block diagram representing the flow chart, okay, how you can show a flow chart of this? So first will be water reservoir with potential energy, right? Then it leads to water turbine, then we have generator, and then electric energy. Alright. Now let us see some advantages and disadvantages of hydroelectric dam. So advantages: the energy is virtually free. No waste or pollution is being generated using this type of technique, right? So like no air pollution due to combustion of fuel will take place, since there is no fuel burnt in the hydroelectric plant, right? Then it is reliable, can cope up with peaks in demand, can increase to full power very quickly unlike other power stations, and electricity can be generated constantly. Alright. Disadvantage is it is very expensive to build a dam, first of all, right? So that is one of the disadvantage. And second is environmental concern upstream and downstream. Okay. And third is setting. Where should be the dam located? There should be a place where water can be stored in such a great amount, and then dam should be built up, and then the power station, hydroelectric power plant should be set up. So all this thing leads to some of the disadvantage for generating electricity through water. But if you will compare, from my point of view, if you will compare, so it is less pollution free. One of the main thing which we require is a pollution less environment, right? But if you will see that advantages are very much, right? We have quite large list of advantages, but disadvantages is less, and that disadvantages can also be overcome. All right. Now let us see wind energy power plant. How wind energy power plant is being used. So first of all, the kinetic energy in wind has been used since long for lifting of water or for driving floor mill. Now you must have seen this type of windmills, right? It has been shown in few movies also, right? So what are the uses of this windmills? The kinetic energy which is present in the wind, it is used for lifting water. Like it it works as a pump to collect the water, okay, or to run a floor mill, right? Now, this wind energy can also be used for generating electricity. The machine which converts the kinetic energy of wind to electrical energy is called wind turbine. Alright. As the wind strikes the blade of the turbine, the blades rotate. Now you can see here on the screen that there are very large blades, right? So these blades are what? Wind blades. When the wind hits the blade, it rotates. Okay. So this rotation, the blade rotates the turbine. Okay. Now the axle of the turbine is connected to the electric generator through a gearbox. The function of the gearbox is to increase the rotations per unit time. Thus, the rotating blades drive the turbine and the turbine in turn drives the generator to generate electricity. Now, various stages in the wind energy generation system are like, first of all, we require wind with required velocity, right? If the speed of wind is less, it will not make the blades of the wind turbine to rotate. So, required velocity is necessary. Then that much wind is when that amount of velocity is there. So, it will rotate the wind turbine, right? And this in turn will make the generator work to produce electricity, right? Now, advantages of wind energy is, if it is windy day, there is a lot of power, right? If the day is windy, that means strong breezes are been flowing. So, energy will be generated in a large amount. And another thing is, it does not pollute at all, right? It does not cause any kind of pollution, right? Then it does not produce greenhouse gases, has created jobs for many local people, and it is one of the cheapest energy source today. But one of the disadvantage over here is, to set up the windmills, you require a very vast area to set up those big windmills. Okay, these wind turbines are quite big and it requires a very vast area to set up that wind turbines. Another thing is that area should be located at such a place where wind is flowing in with a very high speed, right? Unless and until that area is not been available with high speed wind, it's not going to rotate the wind turbine, right? So these are the this can be two of the main disadvantages, you can say. Otherwise, it is one of the quite cheapest energy source today, and it generates a very large amount of electricity. Another thing, it does not create any pollution. So these are few things which are taken into advantages, right? Then last type of electricity generation is using solar energy. Okay, so solar energy, now this type of energy generation is what we are using directly sunlight to generate electricity, right? So we have studied there are like two types of methods, right? The first one is electromagnetic induction, which we are learning till now. The electromagnetic type of induction is being used in thermal power plant, in nuclear power plant, natural gas power plant. In fact, in hydroelectric power plant also electromagnetic induction principle is used, right? Another second type is of using the principle of solar radiation, okay, directly from solar radiation without using the generator and without using the principle of electromagnetic induction, electricity is generated. So how does it happens? It happens in the solar photovoltaic cells. Now what are solar photovoltaic cells? These cells convert the solar energy directly into electrical energy. It does not require a turbine or a generator to generate electricity. Directly with the help of solar photovoltaic cell, we can convert the solar radiations into electrical energy. Okay. Now, this type of electric generation takes the energy is being transformed. Okay, so there are solar cells which are made up of very special type of material called as semiconductors. Okay, now these semiconductors, for example, if two solar cells are connected, okay, the potential difference which is obtained from this combination, in addition to the potential difference of individual solar cells, right? If only one solar cell will be there, and if you compare it with two solar cells which are connected in a series. Now you have studied about this resistors in series and resistors in parallel in your previous standard, right? So you must be aware that what is the connection in series and how it is connected in parallels, right? So if two solar cells are connected in series, the potential difference which is obtained is quite high, right? Now if these two solar cells are connected in parallel, the current generated from this combination is the summation of the currents from one individual solar cell. Okay, so this is how many solar cells come together to form a solar panel. Now if you will see in this picture, this is one photovoltaic solar cell. Okay, now these cells are connected to each other, and with this one solar panel is created, right? Now these solar panels are again connected in series and or in parallel. Okay, so likewise we have the solar panels which are installed on top of the buildings or at power station, big industries or power station to obtain electricity. Okay, so how you can draw a flow chart of this? So first of all, in the first box you will be writing solar cell, then you need battery, inverter, and then electric equipment working on AC power. Okay, so this is how solar energy can also be used to generate electricity. Now advantages is it is renewable and pollution free first of all, then it reduces electricity bill, then less to no maintenance for years. Once it has been installed, you don't have to look back at it for years, right? It has less maintenance. Then more solar energy in summer. So of course during summer season the solar radiation is quite high, so it will generate a large amount of electricity, right? And it can be also stored in batteries. Now if you will talk about this, that okay, during day we can convert the solar radiations into electricity, then what about night? So because of that only we are connecting battery with the solar cells. In the battery this solar energy is being stored and that energy can be used during night. Now disadvantages is it needs a lot of space first of all, right? And it has high initial cost. Now first thing, if somebody is installing the solar panels, it requires a high amount of money. Okay, that is another thing, that once you have installed the solar panel, after that you don't have to look at it, it will give you a large amount of energy, but initially the cost is very high. Okay, then no solar power at night and cloudy days can be a problem sometimes, and less solar energy in winter since the day is cloudy, so maybe less solar energy. Then DC equipments are expensive and we need an expensive battery also. So with this we have completed our chapter number 5, that is towards green energy. In this particular lecture I hope you have understood all the topics, how you can make the environment less pollution, and how different techniques and ways can be used to generate electricity, what are their advantages and disadvantages. For exam point of view if you will talk, so in exam you need to draw the flow charts and then you have to explain the process of energy generation through various power plant. Okay, thank you.